Guest, Andrew Tate. So Andrew, I honestly didn't think I was going to make it here this time. You know, to use your phrase, the Matrix got me for a while.
You told me something happened. What happened?
You know, it's unbelievable. I got this tour going on in the UK. We're going in March. And because I was coming to Dubai first, I had to have 6 months left on my passport.
Yep.
And my passport actually expired in June. So Ella's telling me, go get your passport done. I said, I'll do it when I get back. She says, you got to do it right away. You can't get an appointment there. I make a connection. I get an appointment on a Monday.
Yeah.
I'm leaving Tuesday,
Yeah.
Tuesday night, right? Go there Monday, give them the money, go through the computer, everything's fine. I go back Tuesday, Mr. Francis, we're sorry, we can't give you your passport. I said, why not? Department of Treasury has put a hold on it. I said, Department of Treasury? So they said, you got to call them up. I said, call the Department of Treasury? This is you, it'll take 6 months to even get through to them. Long story short, what I find out is somebody puts a fraudulent tax return, filed a fraudulent tax return for 2023. Wasn't even due yet. And I never file on time anyway. I'm always 4 months late. And claimed I made $4,000 and I needed a $100 return, right? So the IRS looks at it and said, this is fraudulent. They don't process it, but they post it. So overnight, when I go to try to get my passport, goes over the computer, whatever, they stop me, right? So when I find this out, I said, well, who posted this? You know, who filed it? You can file it e-file. They said, well, we can't tell you because it's under investigation. They said, but you're fortunate, you got to thank us. They said, thank you for what? Had we processed it, they would have put a warrant out for your arrest and locked you up at the passport office. This is what they tell me, right? So right now, I still can't get a copy of it. They won't give it to me. They say it's under investigation. Somebody did it.
Yeah.
Somebody just put it in there. But normally it would take 4 to 6 months to get this done. Fortunately, I was able to get it done in a month. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here.
Well, the really interesting question is the person who did this, do they even have a passport? Are they even a citizen? Who knows anymore? We've entered a new era of insanity where these kind of things can happen, and we don't even know who did it. They may not have a social security number. This recently in London, there was I can't remember if it was a stabbing or an acid attack. Something heinous happened in London only a month or a month and a half ago to a little girl. And they were talking about how they couldn't find the guy. And London has the most CCTV in the world. And as much as I believe the UK is a failed society, the Met Police are pretty good at wrapping up the violent people pretty quickly. They do respond and find them. It's unfortunate they only come after the event. You'll get stabbed. But they might catch the guy once you're dead, which is kind of nice. But they couldn't find this person who did this extremely heinous crime. And I made the very obvious point. The only reason they cannot find somebody who did something so heinous in the middle of the day in the middle of a city like London is because they have no idea who this person is. He has no social media, no passport, no bank cards, no footprint. He came on a boat. He turned up. He murdered a native. And he's vanished because who knows it? Who is he? You have a grainy CCTV image and absolutely nothing else. So, I mean, not maybe. I've been called it a few times. It must be semi-true conspiracy theorist. But when you tell me things like this, just sounds like people trying to game the system. And who are these people? Do they even have American passports or citizenships or any interest in the country at all? Or are they just there to exploit whatever they can exploit?
Who knows? You know, but I don't know how the immigration system is here. I know it's pretty bad in the UK, but you got to see how it is in America. We have probably 15 million people that have come into the country. And, you know, I spoke recently to 850 Border Patrol agents in Texas.
Yep.
And they told me, Michael, you have no idea. We have no idea who's coming into this country. We don't know how many have gotten away. We don't know how much drugs is coming in. They have no idea.
How much human trafficking is taking place.
Human trafficking, the whole bit.
Yeah, it's scary. And it's scary, one, because of the situation, but it's really scary when you understand it's by design. I don't believe it's an accident. You don't have to have any degree of a functioning brain to understand that a nation requires a border. You can't sit and believe you have a nation without a border.
It's not a nation at that point.
It's not a nation anymore.
Right.
So these people must be doing it by design. Then you have to go deeper down the rabbit hole. Why are they trying to do this? And I see these little hints in the media. You see things and they say, you know, Trump might lose the election because of the undocumented voters. And I sit and think, are these people really busting their way into America and then urgently trying to find a way to vote? Or are they just letting them in so they can use that as a scam, make up the votes themselves? Don't put me in jail. But they'll just say, oh, this is the undocumented vote. And they'll just print it and write it themselves, and they'll just blame them. These people probably don't even need to vote. They're just the scapegoat for the scamming of the election. That's what I think they're doing it for.